Okay, folks, this is something you definitely want to pay attention to, and you want to keep your attention very, very attentive to what I'm about to share with you. Donald Trump's family has strong ties with the Moonies, and the Moonies are in 1,000% of the NRA. This is the church organization in the United States that I was just telling you about in the previous message that is offering to bless the AR-15. Do you see who's in this picture with the Moonies? Donald Trump's son and his wife. Do you think Donald Trump is going to be against the AR-15? When the Moonies are calling it the rod of iron? Do you all see the big picture here? Donald Trump is supporting the evangelicals. The evangelicals are supporting him, and the evangelicals are with the Moonies. The Moonies are in support of the Catholic Church, the Jesuits. Do you see what's going on here? This is the Unification Church. They call themselves the Unification Church of World Peace. This is order out of chaos, folks. This is the big picture in front of you right now. The founder of this Unification Church in Pennsylvania, where the term Moonies comes from, his last name being Moon, comes from North Korea. Okay? And has tried to bring together North Korea and South Korea for some time now to unify the two back together. Make no mistake about it, North Korea, South Korea, it's all China. That's why they support North Korea still. That's why they're supporting the Koreans. They may look just a little bit different. They're all the same. It's all China. It's all Asia. Listen to me, folks. Donald Trump's in bed with them. It's just not just Donald Trump in bed with Russia. This is Donald Trump and his family in bed with Asia. Okay? They're in bed with those that are about to pull out of the U.S. dollar. There's a collapse coming. Did you hear what I said? There's a collapse coming. And the U.S. dollar is going to be replaced. And Donald Trump is aligning himself with the change in the economy that's coming. Do you understand what's happening here? The Trump family must have got together and had a private session, had a private meeting, and discussed their future, of the future of America. Because the Moonies are really telling us what's going on here. Folks, the Moonies have strong ties to the Jesuits. Strong ties with politics. The NRA. Did you know the NRA right now is trying to work directly with ATF and trying to bypass Congress? They don't want to work through Congress anymore. And now they got their front man in the White House. This is not just Donald Trump in the White House working with Russia. This is Donald Trump, a traitor of the country. More of a traitor than Obama was a traitor. And of course, they're all traitors, selling us out, selling out our country. But folks, they're opening the door and allowing the communists to come into America. I showed you the picture of the Moonies with guns. Like jihadists. Look at them. Like they're dressed up to go to the ball, and these women have guns of mass destruction. And now they're talking about blessing the AR-15. The very gun that was used to kill a bunch of young children and people at a school recently. We've far gone beyond deplorable here, people. We've gone beyond disgrace. We're dealing with traitors. And this is nothing about the left. This is nothing about Democrats or the deep state. This is about a new world order. Like George Bush Sr. said, what's at stake here is more than a small country. It's a big idea. And if you don't think Donald Trump is working with the elites, if you don't think he's one of them, if you don't think that Donald Trump is bringing in the New World Order and bringing in martial law upon the United States, you are so deceived. He is aligning himself with the very enemies of this country. Listen to me, saints. The enemy has infiltrated the United States of America. Big time. Big time. The enemy's here. We're not waiting for the enemy to get here. They're already here. The Muslims are here all over this country right now. They hate us. Asia is in our country. They hate us. Our enemies are going to eat us up, people. They're going to destroy this country. And it's happening because there are politicians and even the President of the United States that are working towards a global unification. You don't think Donald Trump's going to go ahead and sign to bring together Mexico, the United States, and Canada? You don't think that's going to happen? Oh, yes, it's going to happen. Donald Trump said he would never do it. Now he says he's willing to negotiate. He says, well, I like Trudeau. I like the leader over there in Canada. Canada, the leader in Canada just told his own people that if you don't accept Muslims, then you're Islamophobic. They're communists taking over these countries right now, bringing about a new world order. And they're selling out the sovereignty of their country for this new world order. And you're not going to be invited to the globalist meetings like the one Donald Trump just went to in Davos. But you're not included in those talks. There is a global new world order, people, that is being set up right before our eyes. The Moonies are a big part of this. You get a chance, you go look up. Go look up the Unification Church. Go take a look, Sun Myung Moon, the Moonies. You look and see how this individual received the Nobel Peace Prize. Are you listening? How he's working with the Jesuits, how he's working with the Catholic Church, and he's working with Donald Trump. And I just showed you a picture with Donald Trump's son, Eric, and his wife with the Moonies. Do you need to see anything more than that? Than when you see pictures of Donald Trump's family standing with machine guns in support of the NRA? What more do you need to see? You want to see the Trumps with guns? 100%. 100%, folks. Donald Trump is all for guns. Okay? Now let me show you a couple pictures of the Trumps with NRA. Let me show you. Remember, his sons are the ones that like to go out and shoot big game. Donald Trump's big supporter, NRA, $30 million they gave to his campaign. $30 million. Okay? There's his son with a machine gun or some kind of a machine gun, some kind of a weapon of mass destruction. But there's pictures. here that show the Trumps and the wives all standing around with their machine guns with the NRA. This family, the Trump family, is, in my opinion, a lot like the Duck Dynasty family. They're selling out our country. These multi-millionaire and billionaires. I wish I could find the picture I wanted to show you. See if I can find it here. Well, anyway, there's his son shooting big game. Donald Trump, by the way, just made that legal where they can shoot big game from helicopters again in Alaska. Here it is. This is the picture I wanted you to see. Look at this. Big, big, big money, people. The NRA is huge in this country. But not just in America, but internationally. The NRA is the organization that was behind the drug cartels in Mexico getting guns. This country is being systematically collapsed on purpose. No, Donald Trump's not fighting the establishment as many think he is. I think it's very evident. I showed you the background of this guy here that's lying about where he went to school. His own best friend telling the truth about him, that he does drugs and that he tries to hide his connection to the left wing. Remember, Donald Trump's not a Republican. He ran as a Republican, but he's not a Republican. He said he believes in the ideals or the principles, I guess you could say, of the left, of Democrats. When it comes to economy, he said the Democrats are smarter. He ran as a Republican. His own children could not vote because they were Democrats and they couldn't get switched over fast enough to be Republicans. This country's been hoodwinked here. And the left is no better than the right. The Democrats are no better. They're all in bed together. When you see Donald Trump with Hillary Clinton, you shouldn't have to look any further. But see, Americans want hope, right? And that's what they play on. They play on the fact that you want hope, and they offer you hope. But it's false hope, people. It's false hope. Now, I'm just giving you just a taste so that you can do your own research. I'm not going to do all the research for you. Go look up the Moonies. If you want to get an education and understand what's going on in this country, go look up the Moonies. Look up how they are growing and how Americans now are joining them and going to their church. Americans are coming into their churches. And I just showed you a picture of the women standing there in dresses like they're going to a dance or a ball or a wedding or something. And they're standing there with machine guns. This country's being sold out. We better wake up, people.